For millions of travelers around the world, an island is an idyllic destination, especially when the island is sun-drenched, has white sand beaches, and is surrounded by turquoise water. Those with a sense of adventure, on the other hand, seek out the more obscure islands that hide a secret or two, making for a fascinating visit every time. These secrets are sometimes awesome and sometimes creepy. This list includes a mix of both types of islands found around the world. Number 10. Saguaro. Saguaro is an atoll in the Cook Islands in the South Pacific Ocean that frequently experiences storm surges due to its low elevation. The island was designated as a National Heritage Park in 1978 and is governed by Cook Islands law. Over 1 million seabirds, including 11 different species, share the space with 2 island keepers. Saguaro was once dubbed the most romantic island in the world, but it is the allure of being the treasure island that has put it on the map. During the mid-19th century, a Tahiti ship's crew was doing salvage work on the island when the captain discovered an iron chest containing gold and silver coins. In 1876, Henry Mayer discovered a rusted box inside a turtle's nest filled with gold and silver necklaces, coins, and brooches. He couldn't take the loot with him, so he decided to bury it. Mayer then created a sort of treasure map to help him remember where he was. Mayer was murdered in 1891 in the New Hebrides, and his treasure map was never found. Number 9. Flatey Island. Flatey Island was named the best island in the world in 2019, but most people have never heard of it. The island is just under 2 kilometers, 1.25 miles, long and has a population of only 6 permanent residents. Flatey is an uninhabited island off the west coast of Iceland, one of 3,000 in Breiðafjörður Bay. It is also the location of Iceland's first library and the Flatey Church. It can only be reached by ferry, and cars are not permitted on the island. The beautiful landscape has inspired filmmakers, with The Honor of the House being the most notable film set on Flatey, 1999. Number 8. Muaho. Muaho is the most obscure and remote of 5 islands on New Zealand's stunning Lake Wanaka. It was once inhabited by both Europeans and Maori, and sheep farming flourished. Today, bird life thrives here, particularly the buffweka. Muaho, also known as Outer Island, is an island within a lake, on an island, in a lake, on an island in the ocean. Arathusa Pool, near the top of the island, has its own islet set into it. Climbing to the highest point above it, you'll see an island, water, another island, water, and another island. And this breathtaking sight is only a 3-kilometer, 1.86 mile walk away. Number 7. Okinawa. If the name Okinawa sounds familiar, it's probably because you've seen the Karate Kid or its spin-off, Cobra Kai. Mr. Miyagi once lived in Tomi Village on Okinawa before leaving for America. Daniel LaRusso returns to the island in Cobra Kai, only to discover that it has become unrecognizable. Okinawa is a real part of Japan, but it is not technically Japanese. The island's residents are known as Nipponjin, and the island is a haven for the elderly. It is also the birthplace of karate, a fighting method developed by Okinawans in response to Japanese samurai attacks. Okinawa is said to be one of the world's most haunted places. The American Air Base Kadena Air Base once housed Building 2283. In the 1970s, this structure housed an Air Force officer. Inside his home, the officer murdered his family before killing himself. When the next family moved in, the father used a knife to attack his wife and children. Following these heinous crimes, the structure was converted into a storage shed before being demolished in 2009. It is said that it took a long time for anyone to successfully demolish the building because workers suffered from severe headaches and hallucinations whenever they set up their equipment. Worst of all, there was a daycare center next door to Building 2283, and the young children who went there kept throwing their toys over the fence that separated them from the building. When asked why they were doing it, the kids said it was because the kids on the other side had asked them to. Number 6. Saba. Saba Island is possibly the tiniest of its kind in the Dutch Caribbean. She does, however, have the highest point in the Dutch kingdom, Mount Scenery, which towers 887 meters, 2910 feet into the sky. Mount Scenery is a potentially active volcano, with the most recent eruption occurring in 1640. Saba is not only the smallest island in its vicinity, but it also has the world's smallest runway. The runway is only 400 meters, 1312 feet, long and located on the edge of a beach, which means that if a pilot overshoots, he will plunge himself and his passengers right into the Atlantic. This magnificent little place is one of the safest in the world for solo female travelers, which is a wonderful fact. There is almost no crime, and the locals are extremely welcoming to visitors. Aside from the breathtaking views of the surrounding ocean, there are several old burial sites on private properties to visit on the island. The silhouette of Saba was used in the 1933 film King Kong for Skull Island. Even in a photograph, it's easy to imagine giant animals roaming the island or surprising you by peeking over the top of the volcano. Number 5. Andros. Visitors to the Bahamas tend to gravitate toward New Providence, Paradise Island, and Grand Bahama Island. However, if you're planning a trip to the Bahamas, Andros Island, a hidden gem, should definitely be on your itinerary. Andros is by far the largest island in the Bahamas, spanning 5,960 square kilometers, 2,300 square miles. In addition, it is the fifth largest island in the Caribbean. It is known as the Secret Garden of the Bahamas because it is home to over 60 species of wild orchids. Furthermore, Andros is home to the world's third largest barrier reef. Toto refers to the area between Andros and New Providence, tongue of the ocean. It is surrounded by islands, reefs, and shoals and contains very deep water. Some believe that the mythical creature, Chickcharney, still roams the island, and that the legend stems from sightings of a prehistoric barn owl. However, the owl's remains, Tytopollens, have yet to be discovered on Andros. Number 4. Fadioth Shell Island. Fadioth Shell Island is located in Mbour, Senegal. The island is made up of millions of clamshells that have accumulated over hundreds of years, as the name suggests. The streets here are shell-paved and lead to a wooden bridge, which leads to a second shell island. The second island is also entirely made of shells, but it is better known for its cemetery than for its construction. It is estimated that approximately 90% of Senegalese citizens practice Islam. The entire cemetery on the second island, on the other hand, is marked by white Christian crosses. It is regarded as a memorial to the country's minority Christian religion. It's definitely an odd sight to see. The cemetery is also seen as a symbol of the area's religious tolerance. Number 3. Danger Islands. Until 2018, biologists thought the Adelie penguin population was steadily declining. Then, on the Danger Islands, off the northern tip of the Antarctic Peninsula, scientists discovered a super colony of over 1.5 million Adelie penguins. The penguin colony has gone unnoticed for many decades, owing to the dangers of the surrounding waters and the remoteness of the islands themselves. The Danger Islands were discovered in 1842 by James Clark Ross, who saw the danger that the ice in the area presented. Because the ice obscured the islands so well, the expedition didn't notice them until their ship was almost upon them. Number 2. Corregidor. Corregidor Island is located in the Philippines at the entrance to Manila Bay. Historically, the island was fortified with coastal artillery batteries to defend both the entrance and Manila itself from warship attacks. During World War II, Corregidor was crucial in the invasion and liberation of the Philippines, but it was also heavily damaged in the later stages of the battle. The ruins on the island now serve as a memorial to the soldiers who died there. The Pacific War Memorial is located on the island's highest point, topside. In honor of the Japanese soldiers who died on Corregidor during the war, there is a Japanese Garden of Peace. Visitors to the island can also see the lighthouse, which is one of the island's oldest landmarks. Corregidor is naturally thought to be haunted by those who lived and fought here many years ago due to its bloody history. The old Corregidor Island Hospital, which was built in 1912, is said to be the most haunted location on the island today. Screaming and crying have been heard coming from its ruins. Others claim to have heard the sounds of a normal hospital from the hospital's empty corridors. Number 1. Santa Catalina Island. If you want to party on a glass-bottom boat while admiring the views of the Pacific Ocean, a trip to Santa Catalina Island is for you. Catalina Island is located just over 32 kilometers, 20 miles, off the coast of Southern California, and is popular with those looking to get away from the hustle and bustle of city life. During World War II, Catalina became a military training base, making it inaccessible to visitors. For those looking for an educational break from the beach, the Catalina Island Museum offers a glimpse into the island's history. However, while exploring Catalina, keep an eye out for the spectral ball player who is frequently seen at the Catalina Country Club. Visitors have reported seeing apparitions dressed in 1920s attire walking through solid walls in the local theater. Some have even had close encounters with an elderly woman in a white robe floating around the restroom. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about the video? Let us know in the comment section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.